Hi. So this is a quick video on the content workbench within AI Central. This is a solution which we will help you, which the AI Central team will support team will help you set up and manage efficiently for your brand, for your various products. So irrespective of the tactic which is whether it is SEO or social or ads, fundamental the AI system that you're using should have a very good grounding on the target audience and your competition in the category, and that's something which it has to be to learn and keep on learning. So let's look at how that is done within the content workbench. Okay, so I'm in the audience intelligence and the competition intelligence section of the agents that we use, that we will set up for your brand and your product. Right? And like I was just saying, before you start actually creating the assets or do start any kind of research, what's important is that the understanding of your audience, the brand voice, the USP, known objections or friction points, any past insights that you have, any past performance, campaign performance context that you want to give, or the competition. Right. And it could be aspirational competition, or it could be companies who are in the same phase of growth as you are, right? And it's important that the agent understands all this, and it's before generating any kind of content, this is the context which it always has. So that ensures that across departments or across digital marketing tactics, and interestingly, content is something which you will see that different tactics have different people who are reviewing. So it's important that you don't want to have, just because person A is reviewing, you don't want the content to lose track of the audience that it is going after, or the competition, right? And the competition is an important thing, which is it's not something which is a one time understanding. You have to continuously look at new competitors, and kind of differentiate yourself, or maybe and get inspired by what they're doing. Hence, this kind of analysis is important. Okay, but this is the bit about execution which is happening, right? Which is AI is really giving wings to your content in terms of the number of pieces that you can do and the variations that you can do to match every niche within the target audience. But there are two things which are the problematic ones, which is the what is getting not like what is not getting the attention is the review process, right? Because as the number of outputs increase, the reviews is something which can be time consuming. And the other bit is your adherence to the brand guidelines and the overall tonality that you want. Okay, now let me show you how this is managed within the content workbench. The first thing is that every piece of content which goes out, there is a very strict adherence to the brand voice and any other guardrails that you want to have. And without that, the content just doesn't go, get out into the system. What you're seeing is the team workflow section, which we would be using to manage any of the content that is getting generated. And this is literally the section where the AI agents, the humans, and the prompts work together to get things done. There is a process with respect to approval. So you can have within this step, within step one, step two, step three, you can have a step with respect to the approval, without which it just doesn't go to the next step, and the workflow is not completed. Okay. So third bit is your next cycle of content production, learning from the previous cycle in terms of the analytics, and in terms of what is happening in the market, in the competition. And these are fairly time consuming tasks. And yes, what we will do is we will use the AI systems to understand what's working and hard code that intelligence back into the next cycle of content production. And I just want to show you an example. This is for SEO generated content. There are two ways in which you can make reports more useful using Gen AI. The first bit is having action oriented points. So in any report, if people are just viewing it but not taking action of it, then it's not useful. So having that risk, that action orientation in the reports, which really kind of say that, okay, this is what needs to be done, with respect to this blog post, or if any new content needs to get done with respect to anything that. So that action orientation is the first bit, and the second bit is that the analytics should mirror the departments and the organization hierarchy, so that it's easier for the decision makers to know that, okay, in product A, this is what happened, this is the content which happened, and this resonated and this didn't. In a lot of cases, that distinction is not there, which leads to the product owners or the brand owners or the department heads not knowing which is the content which has resonated in a particular quarter, say. So always within quarterly meetings, also what gets discussed are the tactics, the tactic with respect to the social media tactic, what needs to be the tactic or the hacks which need to get done, but very rarely is content discussed, and the reason is because you don't have a good handle on what has actually worked for you in that particular quarter. Right. And this is the fourth one, which is today, if you look at your overall content requirements, especially the ones with respect to the imagery and the video, they need to be, you need to use a mix of AI models. So it's not just the premium models. You should definitely look at open source models, the lower cost models. And the reason is obvious, for things where for example, you're just tweaking a certain image asset or video asset to a like a sub segment or a different variant of the audience, you don't require to use a frontier model. And also the manner in which you are prompting, that can be more efficient. Well, practically, what that means is that your AI system needs to have access to the lowest cost model, the most popular models, of course. You need to have models which are which are very good with respect to image generation, video generation, and sometimes there are specific vendors which are good for one specific task. So, you need to have access to all of this so that you can use whatever is good for you in a particular scenario. Okay. So summarizing, by using the content workbench within the AI Central, you'll ensure that the content, which is the fundamental layer which runs across tactics and departments, that has the target audience definition and the competition context, completely baked in. Whatever content gets generated, that is completely baked into it. The second bit is, yes, you can scale, but you have to scale with safely, which means having the right kind of review processes and the brand guidelines being taken care of. The third is that every cycle of content production has to learn from the previous cycle, and that can only be done if you have the right kind of analytics and recommendation reporting. And last, you need to ensure that you're making the best use of all the models, all the available options when it comes to AI models. Thanks.